executives, I'm Alex Winking, Michael, the company man, the numbers guy, calculating, methodical, intentional, cutthroat, ruthless, boardroom certified. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's hump day. We are finally halfway through the week, and I'm fired up. I'm telling you, I'm just on an absolute heater this week. I am killing my competition, just absolutely brutalizing them, and I'm loving every minute of it. You know, you get in that mojo, you get in that rhythm, you start firing on all cylinders, and I'm telling you something, I'm dangerous when it comes. I just cannot stay. I can't sleep. I can't even sleep. I can't eat. I'm like so fired up. I am just beating them like a drum, and I love every second of it. I can't tell you how much I love doing it, and I hope this continues because, boy, these things sure tend to ebb and flow because just like mystery boxes, you all have seen it on my luck. When that happens, I get that luck train and I'm soaring, then boy, reality hits and I'm back on the bottom. So you got to ride the waves and enjoy them while they're high, that's for sure. But today, we got a little bit of a different video here. Kind of going to do something a little different, not necessarily mystery box driven. I do basically remember what's in these boxes. I wanted to kind of show you guys another pickup, but in a different style. This isn't something I went to an LCS and bought a bunch of stuff from. These actually come from a YouTube auction. Can't really remember which one, but I do remember the seller, Hawaiian Punch. Fantastic member of our community. Puts up some big boy, big time books. I mean, I'm talking, he's got some monster keys. Hopefully he'll be on the Whatnot app selling at some point because, man, he puts up the fire, and he's got to have one hell of a comic collection. But caught him on an auction, caught him selling some things that I was interested in getting, and felt really good about picking these up, and it turned out to be a really great purchase at the time. And I kind of want to share that process with you guys, kind of see what you think. I always love getting your feedback to let me know how I did, how things kind of turned out for me. If you think, I don't know, man, I don't know if you're thinking right, or if you say, hey, yeah, that was a really great pickup. Either way, that feedback is really great. I love talking with you guys in the comments, as you know. Still responding to every single comment. Don't plan on stopping that either. But let's get into what, I don't know what we'll title this. I guess we'll say what looks like $500 in YouTube comic book auction winnings. Now, there are two slabs in here, and I have not even looked at this. I don't have any doubt. I mean, Hawaiian Punch, he's a great dude. Big shout out to him, man. He's an awesome guy. But, you know, the YouTube comic auctions are definitely going to take a hit with Whatnot. Whatnot has scooped up a ton of people. There's a lot of live sellers. If you're looking for comic books of all ranges, Whatnot's definitely the place to go right now. Now, however, if you're looking for big-time monster keys, Whatnot is not quite there yet. Now, they are working towards that, believe me, rapidly. I mean, I would still say there's other alternative sources for getting those big keys, but when it comes to a company with a selling platform, Whatnot is definitely one of the best, and I'm on the platform. That's really the only way that I sell now. I used to do YouTube auctions, as some of you know. I quit. I kind of got away from that. There was a lot of issues in the community. Some people bought some books. They didn't get their books. That doesn't sit well with me at all. I don't feel like that's right, so I felt like it was a responsible thing to do. I got on Whatnot a little early, earlier than ever. I mean, it seemed like right after I got on, a couple weeks later, everybody was jumping ship on there because there is a trust factor involved in this community. I mean, we have something really unique and special here, and you've heard me talk about that. The culture of our comic book community, the diversity. We really have something so incredible here. And it's hard to put into words. It's hard to describe exactly what it is. But, you know, I've often heard people say, you know, it's like if everybody in the world acted like our comic book community did, with the exception of the bad eggs, we would have a much better place to live. And that couldn't be said better than that. I mean, there are just some tremendous people in here that would give you anything if you needed it. I mean, people that I've never met before that I feel confident I could call if I was in trouble, and they would come. I mean, that's so crazy to say that, you know, especially for someone like me, I value loyalty above everything. Loyalty above all. And I have a really tiny circle. I run with a really, really small circle. And I've always been that way. I've always kind of kept it that way. I mean, I'm like a lot of you. I'm sure everybody's been cheated many times in their life, which kind of makes you more rigid, makes you a little more bitter. And it's part of life. But, you know, up until recently, we had a really fantastic thing going. And unfortunately, you know, a couple bad eggs ruin it. So changes have to be made. You have to adapt, and so that's really what kind of led me to Whatnot. But that's not to say that there are still some great YouTube auctions out there. But I would tell you, buy cautiously, be smart, be intelligent, do your homework, get references, see if these people are good members of the community, good sellers. You know, as with anything that you do your research, do your homework, because I don't want to sit here and recommend anything to you guys that you're not comfortable with. But I will say this, you know, Hawaiian Punch is a great dude, and there's some amazing sellers in this community still that really can provide you with a lot of deals. And YouTube auctions can have fantastic deals. I mean, there's a lot of savings involved when money changes hands just between two buyers directly. So keep that in mind without the fees and all that good stuff. But I got through this swath of bubble wrap here. That's enough of my rant. Let's see what Hawaiian Punch sent me. Now, there's two books in here that really make up the crux of this, and that is the two slabs. And I want to say there were 3 other books involved as well. Okay, so I definitely, there's the 2 slabs. So man, it's shipped like an absolute pro. Hawaiian Punch, Gemini mailer, slabs super protected, tons of bubble wrap, not difficult to get into. Awesome, man. Hawaiian Punch, thank you so much, man. Taking great care of these books. And really, again, not bad at all to get into this stuff. But I'll show you the raw books first. So keep in mind we got $500 in this lot, if you will. And it really is more than one lot. I actually bought a few things from him. A couple of them were buy it nows, but I felt the price was aggressive enough. And I'll share that with you guys too, what those prices were. Now, we'll have to do a little bit of, you know, backwards math. I want to say, you know, including shipping and everything, we're about like $515, $516-ish. But I do know the price of the slabs, which means these raw books, I think, are around $100. And now, what's interesting is these raw books are all PC for me. So I definitely overpaid, I think, on the exclusive. But I'll show you guys right now. So first up here, we got Something Is Killing the Children, number 10, near mint. This was a run filler for me. I'm almost finished with the Something Is Killing the Children run. Not all printings, but I've got a lot of printings. I mean, I'm getting there. I probably could really double down and do it. This is another one, FOMO buy all the way. I actually have a copy of this, but mine's a little lower grade. But we got Masters of the Universe, number 1. Very beautiful copy there. Absolutely gorgeous. So these raw books are around $100, believe it or not. We got, this is another one that I love this cover. I actually have a couple copies of this, but I love that he kind of threw this in. He sort of did a builder lot. So we got Black Adam Endless Winter Special number 1. This is an absolutely sick variant, man. This is a beautiful variant. This book kind of blew up, then cooled off a little bit. But man, what an incredible, I love it. I love DC, you guys know that. So again, another one I was really happy to add. And then last but not least, I'm not a big store exclusive guy, believe it or not. I have a ton of them from buying mystery boxes, and some of them are amazing. I really kind of liked store exclusives in the beginning, but as you become a more seasoned collector, I think maybe, you know, general consensus is you gravitate away from those to some extent. So I don't know. Me, I love what store exclusives represent, though, for artists more specifically than anything. Gives a lot of artists a shot to showcase their work. And this was a character that I really believe in with Wonder Girl, Wonder Woman. You know, obviously first appearance of her, but this is the exclusive. This isn't a cover A or anything like that. But again, really loved this cover. I was like, man, I really want to get that cover. Actually, we'll open it up and see. I almost never do that, but we'll see what exclusive it was for. I honestly don't remember what he said, but that's always on the back, I'm pretty sure. So it's a DC exclusive team variant, so that's really awesome. So man, that's great. I'm really glad to pick that up then, because it's not really a store or anything, so really cool. But yeah, those are the 4 raw books. Now we get into the slabs. Now, this slab that I picked up, I actually already have several raw copies of this book, but I didn't have it graded, and I certainly didn't have it in this grade, in either instance, actually. And both of these slabs are, you know, the same thing-ish, sort of. Really, I mean, they are kind of the same thing, but this next slab is $300, which I would say is fair market value right now, if not under it, to be honest. But we've got Venom, number 9. Again, modern book, but first full appearance of Dylan Brock in a 9.8. I felt like, you know what, I had to get this. And really and truly, I wasn't going to. But then he kind of threw another book up there that really kind of made me say, you know, this is a no-brainer. So $300, it's a lot of money for a modern slab for Eddie Brock's son, right? And we all know, I mean, spoiler alert here, turn the camera off if you haven't read Venom 200, where Dylan Brock becomes Venom. You know, to me, that was the buy. What was so funny about that is the Hot 10 list came out right after I bought this. And, of course, this book was #1 because Venom 200 hit and Dylan Brock kind of took over the mantle. But I really believe in this character, so I wasn't opposed to paying that, especially after this next one came up. So keep in mind, 100 of the Raw books, 300 in that slab. We got $100 left. And this is when he said that, I was like, $100? Wow. Now, I will fully admit to you, full transparency, I am a 9.8 snob when it comes to modern books. I don't like getting them under a 9.8 if they're modern. I just don't. I think that, I don't know why that is, but I find myself making a lot of exceptions here lately, obviously because book prices are through the roof. So when he said, okay, $100, I'll throw this in too, and I was like, what? We got Venom 9, first full appearance of Dylan Brock. 1 in 10 animation variant. Now, this book blew up. Now, it is a 9.4. But for $100, I felt like that was an absolute steal. Now, I've looked, I don't know, looking this over here, it wouldn't be worth a crack. No, it definitely has a tick that at best you maybe get a 9.6. But still, a 9.4 for the 1 in 10 animation variant on a character that has a lot of potential for $100, I felt like that really was the steal of the day. But, you know, I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts on Dylan Brock and really how I did overall. But that is our books right here, literally 6 books. But again, I'm really glad to add these into the collection graded. Now, I do have some of the animation variants. I want to say I have 3 copies, but they all have an issue. So it's interesting. They all are like, I don't think any of them are 9.8 candidates. I think literally if I sent them all in, they'd be 9.4, 9.6. So I was like, you know what? $100. I'm tired of it. Getting a 9.8 of this book is getting to be really difficult. And it was funny because it kind of came down a little bit after the Donny Cates announcement he was done. And then it kind of shot back up when Dylan Brock took over, and it would appear they're going to kind of go that direction maybe. We'll have to kind of see. But interesting enough, I would love to know what you guys thought of this. This is one of those that could be a little argumentative, right? I mean, I could see both sides of the coin. For me, it was about PC buys, you know, a little speculation. I love speculation. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love speculation. Hoping to maybe do a speculation type show at some point. You know, I've been talking about, you know, really kind of progressing the channel and, you know, really not necessarily stopping what we build. I mean, our brick and mortar here is boxes and, you know, showcasing comics and things like that and pickups. But diversity is always a good thing, so diversifying the content. But you guys have listened to me ramble way too long. Let me know in the comments below what you all thought. Very interested to hear your thoughts. I want to say thank you guys so much for everything, for bringing me this far. I forgot to mention it Monday, but we hit 3,000 subscribers. This is insane. I have no idea why, but I want you to know I don't take that responsibility lightly. I really appreciate every single one of you and the time that you commit to me. It means a ton, and I want you to understand it doesn't go unrecognized. I can't thank you guys enough for putting that faith and trust in me to give me a little bit of your day. That's, I mean, that's tremendous, and I want you to know it's very valued to me. So, with all that being said, check me out on social media, the Whatnot app, all that stuff, Wink Inc, W1 and K, INC. That's it for this one, and I will see you all on the next one.